Welcome to today's video, folks. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you some Natasha Denona products. You guys know I fell in love with those eyeshadows. Yep, fell from hook, line, and sinker. So I've been, bit by bit shopping on the Beautylish website, and now and then saving my pennies, buy something, save my pennies, buy something. Yeah. So I wanted to try a foundation, and I actually saw this on her website, on her Natasha Denona website, and then Beautylish only just recently started carrying it. But it's the Phenomatic Flawless Texture Foundation. And it is a matte finish foundation, and it is meant to be worn without powder. So I think that's really cool. I think that because whether you're really oily and you want something to help stop the shine, and then maybe if you really need to powder over it, I guess that's great. And then I thought, well, maybe even though you're not really oily, what if I could wear it and just not powder? Because my skin sometimes, I just don't want to powder a little too much because it's dry and I don't want to, so I'm like, hey, skip a step. This is not necessarily a first impression, it's kind of a second impression. If you saw me on Snapchat when I got this, I pretty much ripped it open, put a little on I had like no makeup on that day, and I just slapped some on, and I was kind of like it didn't thrill me. So I am going in it with, full zero, what's the word? No expectations. I'm cleaning the slate. It's like a second impression slash first impression, sort of. And then I thought I would do that on one side of my face. And then I'm gonna just use my Boots foundation that I really like. But this was actually a month ago, before this was available on the Beautylish website. I bought her powder. So it was Invisible HD Face Powder. This is light medium. So I just picked this up and I was like, ooh, powder. And then, yeah. So I know that sounds really stupid that I bought a foundation that doesn't need powder, but I had already bought the powder. I know. Like I said, I'm trying out the line. I want to let you guys know, if it's worthwhile, or it's probably, here's the thing. When it's a quality line, it's going to be worthwhile to someone. So even if it doesn't work for me, someone's going to love it. I think this foundation is in the $40 range, and I want to say the powder is in the $30 range. Okay, let's start. I've already put my MAC Time Check lotion on. I don't have any of the Natasha Denona sort of primers in her. She's all about a glowing, hydrating skin. Her look, mostly the foundations that have been carried are all about glow and luminosity. And I think the firming, there was a primer that's sold out on Beautylish right now that I really want. So just to know, I'm not using a Natasha Denona primer with it, so I don't know if that makes a difference. It says to shake well, and it comes in this kind of squeeze tube. So we shall put a couple pumps out. The color looks pretty good. I'm gonna just use my Morphe makeup brush. I don't feel like doing art. Sometimes, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if fingers would be better or beauty blender or what. But we'll just take it from what I normally would do. So first thoughts as I'm putting it on with my brush, it doesn't go on smoothly. I feel like it kind of skips. I am gonna finish off with my finger, which I think does help. Oh yeah. Ooh, a little goes a long way. It's always weird when you put your eye makeup on and you're like navigating your foundation around it. It reminds me a little bit of like the L'Oreal, you know, the Infallible. Matte foundation, because that kind of covers my skin. So I'm just kind of pushing it in where the seams are. Okay. So on camera, it looks pretty good, right? It covered up the redness, it covered up the pores. I should say it filled in the pores. Pretty good. So I'm just gonna let that side be, and then I'm going to do just other foundation on the other side with her powder, because who knows, maybe I'm a better candidate for just like a more luminous foundation with her powder just, you know, dusted on top. But this way you get to see both products. And like I said, this is the Boots, the Stay Perfect number 7. I think it's in Cool Vanilla. Yeah, it's kind of a different color family. It's funny how when you wear foundations side by side, they look so different because this has a more yellow tone and this is a more pink. But that's okay. I was playing around with these new NYX eyeshadows I found at Ulta. I'm not impressed. So, FYI. It's this one. They swatched so well in the store, and then today when I put them on, they just kind of don't do it for me. All right, so foundation is on, and let us sift out a little bit of her powder. Oops, making a mess. Usually when I get a new translucent powder, or I should say, I'm sorry, when I get a loose powder, I do the palm test. It's kind of this thing I do where I rub it along my palm and I see how it goes into the lines of my hand. And what I like about this powder is it has like a satiny finish. It doesn't have a powdery, dry finish. I'm going to use my Real Techniques powder brush. And I didn't put concealer on, so we'll just have to deal with that. Oh well, for the sake of this video. Okay. So how does this side look to you? Pretty good, right? So, for me, in person, I think I like this side better than this side. Just because even though I am powdered over here, I feel like the powder leaves more of a luminous finish. But this side is definitely doesn't need powder. I'm trying to feel what it feels like. So I'm going to put makeup over it and see how it does without having powder over it. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I've had a chance to fill in the rest of my face and I can't decide which side I like better. After letting the product sit on my skin for a few minutes, I feel like this side is really, the matte texture is great, And I read up a little bit about it, and it says it helps minimize wrinkles, and I do feel like it does a really good job of just kind of giving a more lifted look. So like my smile lines on this side don't seem to be as enhanced, and same with my forehead line. And then this side, I already know I like the Boots foundation, and the powder is so nice. So I think what I want to get a different foundation of hers that's the glowing kind, or maybe she has a photogenic foundation formula, and I want to see how that works. But to be honest, I like them both. Yeah. So if you have oily skin, if you want to try something that doesn't need powder, or if you just are a real oil slick and you need all the help you can get, this is really good stuff. At first I was kind of on the fence about it, but now actually after wearing it, I really think I like it. And you can powder over it. It's just, it has spherical powders in the pigment if you didn't want to powder over it. The difference is this side is a little more tacky, and that maybe is because I didn't powder over it. And then this side is more powdery because of the powder. Wow, Rebecca. So I didn't even wear concealer today. I didn't put on concealer. Not bad, right? Okay, so there's that, and then there's this. Not a whole lot in here. You get, I don't even know how much you get, but you know, it's about the same price as Laura Mercier, I suppose, but I think it has a little bit more of a luminous texture to it. So there you are. Natasha Denona just keeps winning. Take my money. What are we gonna ask? I am wearing today Too Faced Melted Peony. I thought I had this. It's nice. It's back, you know, when they first came out with longwear lipsticks like 2 years ago or more, before the liquid lipstick trend. Okay, alrighty guys, I'm signing off. I hope you like this video. Please click like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.